And away we go.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
To Adetokunbo.
Game 2 there. Oh man, messed up my assist already. I was on the road the first game. I don't know if something's wrong with the thing, something with the simulation. Basketball court disappeared. And at the court, but whatever it was.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Adetokunbo. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
For those of you who don't know how to play
Where did
this
that
game,
come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Count the basket inside.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core. Uh-oh, you know you can't go
Dame rises, the screen sets him up for 2.
The evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
And breaks it up.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
Giannis Adetokunbo tips it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Giannis Adetokunbo sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Stuffs it down with authority.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. Harden into the front court. Looking to make something happen. D has got it. Damian Lillard, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level, but that jumper's wet too?
Push the offense, the defense.
Rises for the slam. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
James to Lillard. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Woo! Did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
And scores. Strong take.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Porzingis to Harden.
James, Joe. We got the way.
Damian Lillard looking good. 4 for 5.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way.
It's a turnover as they head the other way. And gets to the basket. Jay, he knew exactly where he was going with it.
And did you see that in transition? Don't 1-2 ooh-wee on him.
Ooh-wee. Oh, it's good. It's Lillard for 2. Shot by Lillard, no good. Works it to Oladipo. Here's a chance from long range. His first effort off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Baseline drive to Harden. Lillard knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
I know the refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Harden in possession. Now down 6. Here comes the screen. Second effort. Joel Embiid swats it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Jumper's good.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish. Knocked it away. Oh, some fans should take that ball home.
Man, I'm a teammate. They got rid of Ben Simmons for me.
Harden. Giannis Antetokounmpo able to recover with the block. James.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Lillard for 2. How you practice leads to that nice pump fake.
Oh, he buckled his knees so bad, it didn't matter if he scored or not. That's a win for the internet.
Durant with the basketball up top. Up by 6.
I like this double team right now.
Got it.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Can't connect from in close.
Oh, out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Lillard.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter. The next time, he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
4-3. Not done yet. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Harden with it up top. Trailing by 10. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Durant across the timeline. His team on top by 8. And he finishes at the rim.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Lillard to Davis. Knocked loose. Oh, that's the turnover. It goes the other way. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Here's Harden with the rock to Lillard. And they call it out. Careful there, Jay.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Blake and Jason. Butler, Blake, and Jason.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Gets it to go. Didn't have many choices there. Lets it fly.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Porzingis to Lillard. Oh, he had him there for a second. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Damian Lillard at the line for 2 shots. Career 88% from the line. attempts. He missed the first one. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second.
Okay, it was my bad.
The lead is 11.
You just on the bench.
Sizing up the all-star Lillard. And stuffs it home. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that.
You gotta watch the whole game.
Inevitably, the floor will open up for you to knock.
Can't connect from inside.
Woo, I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Doesn't even see the defender. Buries the shot. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
Damian Lillard trying to cash in on the three-point play, shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. Free throw try, off the mark. Count the basket at the rim. What do you see in John Wall's game, Jay, that sets him?
All right, let's bring the fire. Let's bring the fire to him.
I got ball.
You're on the island now.
Westbrook to Leonard. To Westbrook. Has a chance. Shot by Westbrook won't go.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difference.
Trying to cash in. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
To Westbrook. Joel Embiid rejects it. That's out. Last touch by Joel Embiid. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Jokic. To Gasol. Oh, nice find for the basket.
We know what's coming. Go get him.
Westbrook to DeRozan.
Yeah, I got Westbrook instead of Damian Lillard. See what we do.
Shot clock is coming down to 4. Now down to 3. And the rebound taken down by Griffin.
We go. Trap this. Come on, we got it.
Ooh.
Jokic down to Westbrook. Joel Embiid sends it away. In the front court comes Simmons. His guys holding the big lead. Layup goes down. Well done.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Here comes the screen.
Hey, you know this is a bucket.
Westbrook to Jokic. Shot clock violation.
Good defense. Teamwork make a dream work. All you ballers, shot callers, brawlers.
Fires the three.
Ain't hitting no threes, but
Point night, but it's no good.
I will though.
Into the front court. Down a bundle. Westbrook to DeRozan. To Davis. That is great vision to set it up. And the basket good at the rim.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Embiid. Griffin. Beyond the arc for three. And taken in by Davis. Here's Curry with it up top. His guys down big. To Davis. Anthony Davis.
AD.
Good shot, money. Good shot, money. Trap.
Deep right corner. Going to launch. Beyond the arc.
Too early.
That's off the side of the rim. Short.
Seemed like it's late or something like that.
Anthony Davis matched up with Durant. To Jokic. Curry. Anthony Davis lets it go. Knocks it down off the step back.
Oh my goodness. Someone please patch me into the arena intercom. Clean up on all three.
Get that board.
To Westbrook. Jokic. They go down to Davis. Gets a shot up off the mark.
It's me, I got it.
Oh, not a pass there. That's a turnover.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on
Second
when we were in
round
first and
assist,
second grade is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try
Same
to
had to
keep
him in the
the next pass
All-Star.
away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you'll be able to stop a great passing team.
Gets it to go. And the foul.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Curry with the ball.
Back up. Here come.
To DeRozan. With a drop step. Anthony Davis. 4 out of 7.
Oh, man.
Equals high percentage.
Getting tired, man.
Double.
Forgot this one.
And count the basket.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug in the park.
Westbrook with it. Down by 15. Here's Davis. Gets a look. Can't hit.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
Westbrook with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Davis from the outside. No good. To Embiid. In the slam. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to.
To Jokic. Ferocious slam inside. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Fires the three.
Man, I'm getting shit. Excuse me.
First one, count it.
Oh, yeah.
Second of three, off the mark.
Knock it down.
And just the shot button is a little different in this game for some reason.
Oh, and he can't
That
keep
was
it
quick.
in off the block.
It's
Man,
like
that
an
was
out
impressive.
shot.
Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim. No
Better
good.
up there.
DeRozan with it.
Go, pick him up,
Looking to make something happen to Davis. And the finish. Slam dunk.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Count it. And the foul. He's going to the line for a free throw.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Free throw's good. It's a three-point play. This big first half continues. Westbrook to Davis. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Anthony Davis at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. Free throws good to cap off
That's going to be the last one for the
as
night.
they draw a tiny bit closer. Kevin Durant has it.
I got him. I got him. Trap. Got him. Get the ball.
To Simmons. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That won't go. It's Westbrook with the board. To Curry.
Ben is on my squad.
Kevin
Man.
Durant.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Jay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
You're locked up, boy.
Count the bucket for two.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
That's up, y'all. Shot.
With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket. Long key from three-quarters court. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
The East put together a nice half and were rewarded with a solid lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets for the East. The West All-Stars are down at halftime and in need of some momentum. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. Have a look at the leading scores for the West.
Game track. Blocks.
The East All-Stars have been making the kind of defensive impact that can affect the team minimally. After a lot of those blocks, you'll start to see guys more hesitant and second-guessing shot opportunities.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete. But even here's the plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Now it's Harden controlling the offense to Porzingis. Take stock of the floor. Porzingis to Lillard. For three. Tough shot. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Hey, I'm gonna have to send some help over here.
A lot of contact. No whistle. To Durant. Has a look. Kevin Durant. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
From somebody who loved to score a lot himself. Defensively, if you are guarding me in a parallel position, I can have whatever I want when I want. You have to force this guy to go one direction, make him go towards his weak hand, and then contest that shot.
Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Damian Lillard has got 2 shots coming. He's struggled so far. Knocks down the first.
Hey, keep shooting the ball.
And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Oladipo into the front court. Oh, throws it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Lillard. Giannis Antetokounmpo with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Harden. Porzingis. Harden to Lillard from long range. Can't connect.
I don't know why I keep thinking it's Russell Westbrook every 0.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
To Lillard. Short jumper won't go down.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to get great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Joel Embiid, huge block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
And takes it away.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
To Harden. Here comes the screen. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Harden to Lillard. Here's a chance from long range. Oh, playing with fire. Damian Lillard wide open. Hits the 3.
We love to break this game down analytically. We even love to break it down more psychologically. But sometimes it's just about settling into the game. Seemed like in the first half things were rushed. Now we finally see them have their composure and their poise.
Now it's Harden at the controls. To Lillard. Harden. Oh, good work to step in front. The pass taken away.
Hey, lock up, lock up.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Harden to Lillard. Missed a wide open look. Giannis with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Screen coming. Harden. Gets it in the left corner. Lillard buries it on the catch and shoot.
It just seems like everybody's getting more touches. I'm not saying who, but it seemed like the ball stopped in a certain player's hands, which forced the defense to become stagnant.
And finishes strong.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Turns and slams it down.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
To Davis. The drive, right to the basket. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
I got this clown. Let's go.
Lillard to Davis. Off the mark.
Good ball.
Ah, shit. Man, that should be. I'm tired.
Lillard to Davis.
This game would end.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover.
Maybe I don't like playing it.
The other way.
Right.
And look out.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Giannis Antetokounmpo with a piece. Couldn't keep it in. Last touch by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Porzingis. To Harden. Stuffs it down with authority.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
Kevin Durant with the rock.
Yo, give me the rock.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's 3 for 7.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Lillard to Harden. Damian Lillard. Deep two there. Won't go.
Get your man.
To Embiid. Throws it down.
I don't think I could do that on the 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. And they call it.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming out to the floor.
Figure it take me out, give me a breather. I like Westbrook, yeah.
Harden to Leonard. Fine to shoot. 24-second violation.
Yep, I got ball.
To Antetokounmpo. 4-3. Can't
I
get
ain't
them
hitting
out.
that.
Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Big pick right there.
Oladipo against Harden. To Westbrook. Giannis in control of the basketball.
Hold on.
He'll run the offense. Kawhi Leonard tips it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Westbrook across the sideline. His guy's down big, and he dunks it down for two. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going and help you with your offensive
I
rhythm.
ain't getting an assist yet. Maybe 2.
Harden. Download Gasol. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
Identical.
This still ain't good.
No good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Joel Embiid trying to cash in on the 3-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Russ at the controls. Has a chance. Chance for Westbrook. No good. To Oladipo. Curling inside. And the finish at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
DeRozan with the basketball. Down a bundle. To Westbrook. Joel Embiid sends it away.
We blocked that with authority.
Double.
It goes down.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
DeRozan with it. Looking to make something happen. To Gasol. Jokic. Marc Gasol. He's now 5 for 6.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Marc Gasol snatching it out of the air. Russell Westbrook swats it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually
Got a piece of him.
jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. To Embiid. Ah, the monster stuff.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
Kawhi Leonard. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Damn.
The rebound taken by
Let me get another
Gasol.
assist.
Here comes the screen. Joel Embiid able to recover with the block.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Nice pass to set things up.
This is where I go back into player mode.
Yeah,
If the dude
4
starts to
assists.
try to have 40 points on
All
me, I'm going to
passes.
foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Westbrook gets a look. Can't hit. To Embiid. Oh,
All right.
ferocious slam inside.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Slam dunk.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Hits the free throw. Substitution being made in this one. Dame rises, cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code. underway as it's Team LeBron with the ball first. And they have done no wrong to this point. They have this game well in control.
They took control early, and they never let up. The scary thing about this team, if they keep their foot on the gas and then throttle it down, they can win this game by 50.
Driving right to the basket. Kawhi Leonard rejects it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Kawhi Leonard, defended by Kevin Durant. Trying to cash in. Shot by Leonard won't go. Simmons to Oladipo. Here comes the screen. Oladipo matched up with Harden. Curling inside to Durant. Kevin Durant, 2 of 4 now.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2 guard. Scary.
And 2 for AD.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Oladipo. To Griffin. And count the basket inside.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Harden. KB, Kristaps Porzingis. Not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is a sign of things to come.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more.
The screen sets him up for 2.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
I'm here.
Lillard. They'll get it down to Davis. Nice finish at the rim.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Simmons to Durant.
Screen come on the left.
They go down low to Simmons. To Durant. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. No good. No daylight. Great defense.
I just love when this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Durant with the basketball up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. Has a look. Tatum's shot no good. To Leonard. Porzingis to Lillard. Davis to Harden. Off the assist.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Now their head coach signals for a timeout. He'll gather the troops and talk things over. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
To James. Screen coming. Harden to James. And the rebound comes down.
Come on, y'all, let's go get it. It's on us.
Harden to James. Shot clock winding down. Westbrook buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at three coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player, knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Russ at the controls. To Harden. Screen coming. Harden. Down low for Aldridge. Russell Westbrook rocking the rim.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Oladipo into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Jumper's good.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Stuffs it down with authority.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
Nice pass to set things up. Fires the three. It's Westbrook with the rebound. To Porzingis. James. Beyond the arc for three. That's good D. Shot no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Stuffs it down with authority. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a name? I mean, we should just start backing up and getting ready to go right now.
Good shot, buddy.
To Griffin. Oh, big finish at the rim.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
To Harden. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need to dart the pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
Harden to James. Has a chance.
Good job,
LeBron,
good job.
not that time. To Griffin. Tough make through traffic.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
It's Russ at the controls. To Harden. Curling inside. Short jumper misses.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
James to Westbrook. Russell Westbrook powers it through.
An easy two. Get back on defense.
Stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Porzingis to Westbrook.
Cutter, coming through.
Porzingis for two.
My boy.
Doesn't get the bounce.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
Westbrook into the front court. His guys down big. Add 2 points to the board.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
That's me, I got it.
To Durant. Trying to cash in. And a putback slam.
Oof, really showing no mercy here. This one is out of hand, and the offense is still pouring it on.
Harden with the basketball. Down a bundle.
Screen, I got your help.
Tight space with the crossover. Harden off the mark. The follow won't go either.
All-Stars got the win with a comfortable scoring margin. They did plenty of great things, but we all know what's going to be remembered are the dunks. And you know what? I'm going to remember nothing but the dunks as well. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the East All-Stars. The West couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you can tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the West All-Stars.
Game track. Blocks.
The East All-Stars did an incredible job defensively in this game, particularly with their shot blocking. They were able to consistently apply pressure, not just with the hand in the face, but with the hand on the ball.
The All-Star Game MVP.
These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Miami getting the highlight.
The East added a win with today's solid victory. And the way they...
The All-Star Game MVP.
plays from the game.
The All-Star Game MVP.
Trying to give me a picture.
Here's our top plays of the game.
One more time.
The All-Star Game MVP.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose, signing out.
And there you have it, folks. 149 with 113 Eastern Conference over the West.
I beg man, shut up. Let me see you, darling. My lie, 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 like. My lie, 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 like. My lie, 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 like. I love the weekend, girls up. Let me see you, darling. I love the weekend, Last time that I checked, it was 5 check. I be paranoid, I gotta keep. I got like me this right in the money, I love it even though it's bad. I can't let none of these get into my head. And all my friends locked up, got caught up in the feds. And all my sins washed up, yeah, free my said. I be close to saying I ain't supposed to say. Sometimes I wanna go ghost, I might go MIA. Still screaming free, the found they coming home now. All this about my, I gotta